Okay, good evening, folks. This is Dr. Freedom. Time for some Doctor Who news. News from in and around the universe that may or may not affect you on some level. You know the rest. Okay, now, a lot of weirdness was going on today. Apparently, there was Doctor Who filming in Bristol. Now, the story going around Twitter right now is the fact that apparently the script for the Christmas special was not completed until sometime Sunday, and therefore the read-through for it was yesterday. And filming has already started today on the Christmas special. And like I said, this is very, very unusual because apparently they've decided to forgo the normal 1 to 2 week break, the hiatus, and go straight into filming for Christmas. So interesting stuff going on there. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, another thing that's popped up. Now, this has been in various places, and I'm still trying to find the article that it was in. Now, this can be considered a somewhat spoiler. So we'll be warned right here. Now, apparently at the end of the drama preview in Radio Times, it says here they were previewing 15 dramas for the next few months. They mentioned that for Doctor Who, that quote-unquote Sandmen, Weeping Angels, and Cybermen will be in the next series. Now, all right, here's the passage in full, so judge from what you will. Okay, quote, Capaldi and Coleman are back with a host of guest stars, including Inside Number 9's Reece Shearsmith, Game of Thrones star Maisie Williams, and more importantly, Sandmen, Weeping Angels, and Cybermen. Now, what the Weeping Angels are going to have to do with this, we do not know. Same thing with Cybermen. Now, Sandmen apparently are rumored to be a big baddie that's going to occur sometime during the season. But other than that, that's the only mention. That's the only thing we have on them. So, like I said, not a major spoiler, but hey, it's something you may want to watch out for. Okay, now this article I had to get cached. I'll put the original link up to it. I don't know if it's going to start working again or if it was a glitch or maybe it was pulled down, but I don't know why because I just read through it and I don't see anything major league wrong with it. But okay, this is what we got. Now over on Den of Geek, they had an article came up today. Stephen Moffat and Brian Minchin talk The Magician's Apprentice. Now, it says here, after a fan screening of The Magician's Apprentice at this year's Edinburgh TV Festival, Stephen Moffat and Brian Minchin gave a Q&A. Now, this does go on for quite a bit. And dummy me, hang on. You see, guess what I forgot to do again? You see, this is what happens when you get older. Don't worry, the first one wasn't really an article anyway, so you didn't miss anything there. Okay, so this is the article right here. I'm going to put the original link up to it, and hopefully it'll work. But I had to get this cached from a friend of mine because for some reason it stopped working. So there's a series of questions that's asked by the audience, and they go through them one by one. I didn't see anything major league spoilerish in here, so I don't know why it would be pulled down if it was. So I don't know. Let the buyer beware in this case, but this is definitely one you want to go check out if you want to get a little insight into what's going on in the minds of these guys as far as Series 9 goes. It's all put right here together in this particular article. Okay, moving on. Series 9, new Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman pics. And that's all you got right here, what I'm looking at. You can click on them and get larger versions, but that's it. That's all they have. And it looks like they just combined a couple of photos here, because I remember seeing these two photographs separately earlier. But if you want these, here's where they're at. They're over on Blogger Who. All right. Moving on. This one I wanted to include because I know it's not officially Doctor Who news, but it is rather important. BBC Worldwide announces record returns to the BBC. Now, the key thing to look for in right here is this line right here. Doctor Who Series 8 was the top-selling program of the year and licensed out to over 189 countries. 189 countries. Top-selling program of the year. How many of them guys are still sitting there going, they're going to cancel the show. It's all going downhill. Wrong. This right here pretty much should put the final nail in the coffin of the Chicken Little hypothesis that somehow the show's being dragged down. It is not. It is doing incredibly well. So that's why I'm going to include this article right here. All right, moving on. This is another thing that sprung up on everybody today like crazy. Apparently, the Underwater Menace has been listed on DVD at the BBC shop. And even Annika Wills today went on her Facebook page. If you go to Annika Wills Official, she said that she is already later this week going to start taking orders to have autographed copies sent out. So this is sounding like it's pretty definite, folks. This isn't another monkey shine like last time. Now, the hubbub around Twitter is that this is going to be the telesnaps version. And I kind of figured that was going to happen if they were going to release it, especially like this, out of nowhere, because Planet 55 and all the animation guys did not even get started on the animation for this one when it got pulled. Now, and also when they do it with telesnaps, they can pretty much do all that in-house and save some cash. So the word going around all over the place is it's going to be, you get parts 1 and 4, which are the recovered segments, and then the middle parts are going to be telesnaps. But I thought, as a matter of fact, word is so far the BBC shop has stated that the release date will be October 26th of this year at a price of £13.99. And also they had it on Doctor Who Magazine's official Twitter today. So this is very, very good news. And I'm really hoping that this happened because there were fans out there demanding this be released. Because this was like the last lost episode that we have sitting in the archive that has not yet been put out on DVD. So I'm really glad they're doing this. It's amazing. Kudos to you folks out there who put out the petitions, who you really, went out of their way to make sure this one came to us. But okay, next up. This one I put up because this involves, one of the people I've interviewed, Sophie Aldred. And it says right here in the Wales Online, meet the actress famous for attacking a Dalek with a baseball bat. Apparently, you can ask her yourself what it was like to take on that Dalek with it at a planned charity event in Penarth. And that's coming up if you scroll down to the bottom. It's going to be a day in the life of Sophie Aldred on Sunday the 13th of September at Penarth Pier Pavilion near Cardiff. It's a one-day Doctor Who themed event. Here's the ticket prices and whatnot. Here's the website you've got to go to for tickets. If you get early bird right now, it's only £8 for adults, $5 for concessions. But apparently at the door, it's £12 adults, 8 concessions, and this is limited to a maximum of 70 seats. Also, what I really loved about this, you get the Q&A session. Yeah, also, but here's the main part. No charge for photographs and no charge for autographs on your own items. Now, how many stars do that for you? She is a very, very kind, very nice person. I got to chat with her a bit, a little while back. I got to decide which one to put the cards up for, because we also did a Q&A with her a little while back. Me and the 3 of the guys. So, nice to hear Sophie's going to be out and out and about. Matter of fact, she's been hitting cons all over the place this year anyway. So chances are, if you're in UK, she's somewhere near you at this point, probably going to be at a convention. But okay, moving on. Colin Baker has been unveiled as the star attraction at Derby's 7th Whoverville convention. Now, apparently that says right here, get out from behind your sofa, prepare to be exterminated. The Whoverville Doctor Who convention is returning to Derby. It's in its 7th year, and apparently this will take place at the Quads Art Center on September 5th. And, of course, the main guest star will be Colin Baker. So if you want more info on this, hang on a second. Sorry, I thought they'd have links up and whatnot, but I'm not seeing any. But, your chances are Google this if you're in that area of Derby, and it'll pop up. Matter of fact, here's a link to the original article. I just used this one because it was a little bit shorter. So, but also, here we go. Let's run through it real quick. As well as Mr. Baker, other confirmed guests are Matthew Waterhouse, Dan Starkey. Everybody knows him as Strax. Along with the 11th and 12th Doctors, Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi will also attend. So you may want to keep your eyes out for that one. Okay, so also other guests, Terrence Dix, who was script editor from between 68 and 74, and actor David Benson, who was guest starred in the Robot of Sherwood episode last year. Just to name a few. It sounds like it's to be awesome. Now, tickets for Whoverville are going to be £40 for adults, £25 for concessions, £10 for youngsters 12 and under. Oh, yeah, here it is. I knew it was in here somewhere. There's the link right here if you want to go and get more information on it at the bottom of the article, just above this link right here. I'm shocked this isn't in blue, to be honest with you. I knew I saw it earlier. Okay, moving on. Germany Series 9 will be available with German subtitles on iTunes. Now, this is a big break because originally, if I remember, I had said in Germany they weren't going to get it until like 2016 on television. But apparently, iTunes is going to have it the following day. It says right here from the 20th September on every Sunday, iTunes will make that episode available that was broadcast the day before in the UK available to Germany. So if you're interested in that, you can pre-order the season pass for the German subtitled episodes right here. All right, moving on. At least I got a lot to go. BBC Audio September releases. 2 classic novelizations are being released this month. I could have swore there were more than this. That's what I've heard. Also, here's further ones that are going to be coming up a little bit further down the line. But the 2 that are going to concern you for this coming month are The Two Doctors, read by Colin Baker, and The Curse of Fendrick, read by Terry Malloy. Why this says Terry Molly, I want to know, because they've actually spelled it right further down the article. And also, you get a chance to copy the audiobook Curse of Fenric. And here's the details for that particular contest at the bottom of the article. Okay, moving on. Casturberus, writer Simon Clark recalls the stalled Shalka sequel. And this is kind of going back in time a little bit. If you remember Scream of the Shalka, there was supposed to be a sequel to it, and apparently it never materialized. Here's a little bit of the story behind what happened with that. And lastly for today, Karen Gillan apparently has landed another major movie role. She's been tapped to co-star in James Ponsoldt's film adaptation of Dave Eggers' The Circle. Apparently she's going to be joining a very loaded cast with Tom Hanks, Emma Watson, and John Boyega. It's just amazing that her career has really, really jump-started after she left Doctor Who. Matter of fact, she's also already been slated for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, amongst others. And it's really nice to hear she's doing well, and, she's really getting the hang of, Hollywood, apparently. Okay, well, that's all I had for today, folks. Once again, I'm going to put up a video a little bit later this week. If you want to join the Omega Files, how do you do it? It's not that complicated. Just contact me. And there's 3 or 4 ways you can contact me. So, if you're interested in sitting in, remember, you got to be 18 and over. If you are under 18, but you're close to it, maybe I got to sit down, maybe have a chat with you. And if you can really knock my socks off, convince me you can be a serious guest, then I do bend the rules on the 18 and over rule on occasion. So, like I said, I've been pretty hard bound and, really not flexible with it normally because I had folks on who were under the age 18 before and it did not work out that well. And I really don't want to lead to legal issues I can avoid. But okay. Well, that's all I got for today, folks. So until next time, see you tomorrow. So take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your week. Dr. Freedom out.